Good evening to Minnesota Twins fans. My name is Seth Stills of Twins Daily and twinsdaily.com, and we're going to take a few minutes while people kind of start showing up and listening to the show. We've got an exciting, what I think is exciting, Twins Jeopardy tonight. Now, this will be a little different than the one a month ago when it was Offseason Jeopardy, but this is just going to cover a gamut of topics. We've got a few more Jeopardy boards set up, and we'll hopefully have those in the coming weeks. But before, as we get started here, I want to kind of bring in our guests or our participants here tonight. And I'm going to start with Dave Overland. Dave has had me on his Hang Up and Listen show the last few years in season. And he also had both Nick and myself, Nick Nelson, come on recently and talk about our books. Dave, tell everyone about yourself quick and your Twins fandom and just a little about yourself.
Sure. Yeah, I'm from Apple Valley, and then I went to school at St. Cloud. Now I'm a radio guy at WJON in St. Cloud. I've been a diehard Twins fan all of my life, especially the Metrodome era. And, you know, I'm really excited. I'm excited to play some Twins Jeopardy. I never thought I'd have the chance to go toe-to-toe with a couple greats here. So I'm really excited.
Well, we've got at least better than average. I don't know about great. Here tonight. So normally, you know, I go on Dave's radio show and ask him questions. Now I'm going to tell him answers before he tells me the questions. Is at least what the goal of this Jeopardy is. So next guest here is is Nash Walker. He is the defending champion. Nash, tell us about your projects, what you're working on. You'll be going second tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Seth. I've been writing for Twins Daily for almost 18 months now, and I've loved every second of it. I write every Friday night. I really enjoy the offseason and looking at how the team can improve. I host a podcast, Locked On Twins, 5 days a week that I love doing as well throughout the offseason. So a lot of Twin stuff going on in my head at all times, and I'm looking forward to defending my title. I think, again, I have some formidable opponents here that I'm a little worried about, Seth.
Competition is going to be tough, no doubt about that. And our third guest, Matthew Lenz, he's been on a lot of post-game pints and writes at Twins Daily as well. Matthew, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, my name's Matt Lenz. I also am from and went to Apple Valley with actually Dave's younger brother, so I know him well. I went to UMD for school. I'm a teacher, have a 10-month-old or almost an 11-month-old at home, so busy doing that. But so I get to write for Twins Daily in my free time, typically about once a week on Saturdays, but the little guy running around kind of dictates that a little bit. But looking forward to tonight. A little bit nervous. Seth said it was going to be pretty challenging, so a little bit nervous here as the rookie, but hopefully we have a good show.
Well, and that's definitely what we're hoping for. So hopefully we get a lot of people listening. As you know, we're live on Twins Daily Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube, and you can participate in the comments if you want. We're going to ask questions. As you know, that's how Jeopardy works. We welcome you to put your answers in the comments, and if we stump all three of our guests, let's find out which of you got it right as well. So please feel free to participate. With that, I'm going to bring in the board and our categories for tonight. Let me see what the best way to bring this in will be. Our categories for tonight, the 2020 Twins. So this is fairly new. This is 2020 Twins and the season. The ever popular before and after, which you see on Alex Trebek's Jeopardy as well. One thing I'm going to point out is that the connection doesn't necessarily need to be spelled the same. As an example, if I were to have Ted Williams and Williams Astudillo connected, you know, it's Williams and Williams, but that'll count. Type of a thing. If we had a Rogers in there, it could have the D or not have the Rogers D, but I can't believe I just said that. So the third category, World Series memory. And I don't know if any of y'all are old enough to remember any of the World Series, but maybe close. I don't think Nash is.
Definitely
not. By the numbers, which you'll understand when we get to that, and back to high school. So our team one, I'm going to put these in here as we speak. Dave is team one, and we'll let him pick the first category. How we're going to do this tonight is a little different as well. We're going to go around. Each person will pick the category. If that person gets it wrong, the other two will have a chance to get it right. Also, we're going to give negative points if you get it wrong. So make sure if you're going to follow up with an answer that you're pretty sure, or else you could lose points as well. So I'll get the last name up here. And let's get started. Dave, what category do you pick in the first pick of Twins Jeopardy?
Sure, I'll pick the old guy category, World Series memories for 100.
I'm sure you'll struggle with this one, but let's go. He tossed 10 scoreless innings in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series.
Who is Jack Morris?
Who is Jack Morris is absolutely correct, and Dave is on the board with 100 points.
Take that, youngsters.
How about that? Dave, you are old enough to remember that one, I believe.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
All right. Nash, you're on the clock. You're on the board. What's your pick?
All right, I'm gonna go the inverse. I'll go 2020 Twins for 100, Seth.
All right, this is also going to be pretty tough. He became the first player in MLB history to make his MLB debut as a starter in a playoff game.
Who is Alex Kirilloff, Seth?
The answer is correct. Who is Alex Kirilloff? So Nash is on the board with 100 points. And again, we welcome anyone else if you want to participate and play along. I guarantee the questions will get a little bit tougher. But let's see. Matt, what's your strategy for your first pick?
Yeah, we're gonna dig into my math teacher roots and go by the numbers for 300.
All right, I think you'll figure out the idea behind this category when I click on this button. But Zoilo Versailles, Denard Span, Brian Dozier, Luis Arraez.
This just happens to be my lucky number, which is the number 2.
What
is number 2?
2? Yeah, we're not going to be too difficult on that part of the budget. So Matt jumps out to the lead with, I don't know if that one was a tough one yet or not. So let's see if we get any others. We did have John got that one right as well. So, all right.
We forgot about Luis Rivas.
What's that?
You skipped Luis Rivas.
Yeah, I only picked 4. So, all right, Dave, your second pick. Where are you going?
How about World Series memories for 200?
All right. I think we have a theme going here, Dave. He hit just 208 in the 1987 World Series, but his Game 6 grand slam off of lefty Ken Daly pushed the Twins' lead that game from 6-5 to 10-5.
Was it Kent Herbeck? Who is Kent Herbeck?
That is correct.
For some reason, I thought it might be Don Baylor. I don't know why. I thought it might be.
Now, Don Baylor, I believe, did score on the Grand Slam. But it was Kent Herbeck, and he did not have a great World Series. Cody got that one correct as well. So, again, thanks for participating. And we will give you your points. You guys are going to have to watch me on the point giving here, or especially if you get one wrong. All right, we're back to Nash for his second pick.
All right, I'll go back to my spot here if Dave's going to stay with the memories. I'll go 2020 Twins for 400, please, Seth.
Oh boy, jumping up to 400. And the question is, he led the Twins in being hit by pitch with 5 and triples.
Huh. Hit by pitch and triples. Who is Jake Cave?
Anyone in the comments going to agree or disagree? It was not Kent Herbeck, I guarantee that. The answer is Jake Cave.
Nice. Nicely done.
Nash bumping up to the lead as well. And again, if you get it right in the comments, we'll be sure to congratulate you by acknowledging that as well.
That was a good one. Tough question.
That was tough.
That's the goal, but see, that's only we're gonna get some tough ones coming up here. All right, Matt. Someone's got to get one wrong at some point. Matt, is it going to be you? How's that for a not very nice positive spin?
Let's see here. I'll stick with the theme and go back to by the numbers. Let's go 500.
Oh boy, we got a 500 going here. Tony Oliva, Scott Stahoviak, Mike Pelfrey, and Matt Whistler. No. Is it possible that this is a trick question?
Seems a lot like it. Gosh, I don't even know where to go. 32. What is 32?
I wish I would have jotted down what this correct answer is.
Trebek doesn't know all of them either. That's no problem.
All right, everyone, cover your eyes.
Let me just check on this. This is great preparation here. Jersey number. That is incorrect. So Matt loses the 500 points. Either guess from, we'll start with Dave. Gosh, if you wanna
I'm not confident enough. No.
I can't either, Seth. I don't know Whistler. I can't remember Whistler's number this year.
All right. Anyone? We've got a few guesses here in the comments, but none of them are correct with the number 37.
37.
Of course, Tony Oliva's number 6 is retired, but he wore the number 37 in his September call-ups in both 1962 and 1963 before being called up full-time and getting the new number in 1964. So let's get back to the board, and we're back to Dave.
I'll go right there where you got the cursor.
Right here, World Series memories for 300.
Sure. Since I almost missed the 200.
In Game 6 of the 1965 World Series, which Twins pitcher tossed a complete game and hit a 3-run homer?
How about Jim Cott? Who is Jim Cott? Sorry.
That's all right, but it's also wrong. Either of the other two you have a guess. Want to ring in with your name?
Can I try, Seth?
You got it.
Who is Mudcat Grant?
That
Nice.
is
Nice.
Yes.
Give Nash the points, taking a big 1,000-point lead over the bottom, an 800-point lead. And not only that, I think you're up. You get to pick the category.
All right. How about back to high school for 100?
This will be difficult with a 100-point question here. By the way,
I feel like
Ron got that one right, and Cody got that one right. So for 100, back to high school, and I guess probably already know the answer. 3-point sports star at Cretin-Durham Hall in St. Paul went on to win an MVP for his hometown team.
Who is Joe Mauer, Seth?
Well, let me tell you. That player, and we'll give you your 100 points, and I'm sure that everyone got that one right. All right, let's jump to Matt. Matt, your next pick.
I'll go before and after for 200.
All right, I love these. These are fun, and I do have the board ready to go. In this category, I promise will also be in that. So for 200. Snow-catching Twins closer in 2018 and the winner of 7 batting championships as a Twins infielder.
Fernando Rodney Carew.
Fernando Rodney Carew. We'll give him points to get back up to 0. And again, I thought it was fun. Of course, everyone, I don't know if y'all remember that picture of him pitching, I think in Pittsburgh, and it was a snowing day, and he put up his tongue and started eating the snow while he was on the mound. So that was a lot of fun there. All right, we got a 900 to 0 game. We're about 40% through the game. Hopefully everyone's enjoying it. And we're going to continue with Dave with his 4th pick here.
I'm going to go with by the numbers for 400. These are fun.
All right, by the numbers. Paul Sorrento, Mark Redmond, Mike Redmond, and Taylor Rogers.
Man. What is 41?
We're going to need our commenters to potentially help us with this one. What was your answer, Dave?
What is 41?
That is incorrect. Anyone else want to weigh in? Going once? Going twice?
What is 39?
Matt Lenz is incorrect and loses 400 points. Nash, what's the strategy here? Are you going to go with it?
not 100%. I'm not going to risk it.
All right. Well, that not risking it gives you a 1,300-point lead. And
Oh, man. Now I know it.
we're going to give some answers here. We've got Levi, who got it correct at 55.
Good job, Levi.
Good work, Levi.
Levi is correct. Cody is correct. And I sure hope the commenters out here aren't using their computers. John agreed with Cody. And we got a few others. So keep those coming in. Again, I'm going to ask this question just to kind of keep the conversation going. And that question was for Dave. Dave, what were your thoughts on Taylor Rogers, and how comfortable are you with the Twins having given him arbitration for the 2021 season?
I don't think you can give up on him after just a tough season, and I think that he still has nasty stuff that he can figure out. I think for a lot of guys, you got to wipe out 2020. It was just such an odd year with so many odd situations. You wait and see if he comes back at full strength in 2021 before you do anything rash.
Yeah, let's go to Matt. What are your thoughts on Rogers? Any concern?
Yeah, I mean, I'd echo Dave. Yeah, concerned, but also think that 2020 is just a little bit of a wonky year. I mean, I don't want to totally write it off because it was still a 60-game stretch, but I think he's shown enough throughout his career that he warrants kind of a second chance. Would I trust him as the team's opening day closer? We'll see what they do with other bullpen moves, but that's where I'd maybe rein him back a little bit. But no, I think it was definitely the right move to at least bring him back for another year on arbitration.
All right, and I want to get Nash's thoughts on that. But before we do, I want to just remind people that whether you're watching it on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, please feel free to throw your comments in there. And then share this. Let other Twins fans know about this show. It's a lot of fun. We've still got at least a little more than half of our questions remaining. We're in it about 15 minutes here. I think it'll get closer at some point, but we'll see. Going with the negative points, this might affect us a little bit. So, again, please feel free to participate in the Twins Daily Minnesota Twins Jeopardy here tonight. Nash, your thoughts on Rogers, what you'd like to see with him in 2021, and when you're ready, I think you're the next pick.
Yeah, I agree with these two. I think they hit it on the head. I think some of his splits last year is like with 2 strikes, just ridiculous splits, runners on, crazy splits, like things that are not sustainable in the wrong direction as far as guys just crushing him in those spots. So I believe in them in 2021. I believe in those underlying numbers. I mean, there's a little bit of hesitation, but I'm on board with these two. And I will go 2020.
Real quick, we'll add Cody. Full spring training should help, which, of course, now we don't know that that's happening because it sounds like the season will get started and probably be short again. So, but I agree. John mentions his splits, which I think are very important because his stuff, percentage-wise, velocity-wise, was about the same. Now, there was some sharpness, I think, but let's see. There were a lot of – and just one more from Tondirk. I don't know if that's a real name, but I think a lot of players struggled without fans, especially the pitchers. And a closer, even as cool and calm as Taylor Rogers typically is, I mean, I imagine there's some adrenaline being a ninth inning guy, and it definitely was different. So, and real quick, a comment got on this from Levi, and we certainly appreciate it. I'm going to school for journalism because I love reading all your guys' pieces on the Twins. So thank you, Levi. We appreciate you listening, and thanks for participating tonight. All right, Nash, let's get to it. Let's get to the next question.
All right, I'm going to go back to the left side. I'll go 2020 Twins for 300, Seth, please.
In 2020, I thought I'd change this. I guess I'm asking for you to look to the future, but I will also ask you to realize that this is an error in my question. He led the Twins with 4 stolen bases in 2020.
Who is Byron Buxton?
Oh, boy, we're getting closer because that is incorrect.
Oh, shoot.
Anyone else want to call in, or anyone in the comments got any ideas on this one?
Oh.
Going once? Dave? Matt? Going twice?
Is it Polanco, Seth?
Well, you don't get points for it.
Oh, no, I won't get points.
Well, I'm glad you spoke up. I was just about to say Jake Cave.
Yeah, I think there were a few guys with 2 and maybe another guy with 3, but yeah, that was kind of a tough question. So again,
We're only down by 1,000 now.
yeah, I mean, that's two 500-point questions, which, by the way, aren't very easy either. So let's get back to the board. Oh, yeah, we got a little sarcasm going right here. This is like my pick for who I thought would lead the team in 2021 in stolen bases. John's saying 2022 MVP Jorge Polanco. So, Matt, your choice. What category and how much?
Let's see. Let's do before and after for 300.
All right, here we go. Everybody ready? I'm so proud of these, by the way. Can you tell? Right-handed pitcher who made 2 starts with the Twins in 2020, and a lanky right-handed pitcher who was recently added to the Twins' 40-man roster. I know we got some people in the comments. Feel free to get your picks in there. I think you know this one. Although the one clearly wasn't there too much this year.
I feel like I have the first part, but not the second part.
And do you want to give away the answer to the others? This is a tough strategy.
Yeah, I think I'll have to pass and eat the 400 or 300.
Are you sure? Final answer? Or is
Yeah.
the final answer a different game, isn't it? All right, Matt takes that. Anyone want to ring in?
I'll ring in, Seth.
Nash.
Who is Homer Bailey Ober?
Oh.
Is correct, sir. So Nash gets those 300 points. Yeah, Homer Bailey, just 2 starts. Here's my question for you, and we're going to give this to you, Nash, since you got the question right. What are your thoughts on the Twins signing a potential Homer Bailey to compete for that 500 or for that 5th starter job in 2021?
Yeah, you know, I think I'm a Randy Dobnak dominator believer for the 5th spot, Seth. So I want to solidify him into a role in 2021 certainly, and I think they should go after more of a 4th starter. I don't know if they believe Homer Bailey or someone can be that. I think we'd all like to see Odorizzi back. I think for the most part, and I think he makes a lot of sense. And then have Dobnak in that 5 slot with Smelter and Thorpe back there, and then hopefully a prospect at some point. So, yeah, you know, I think I'd rather go for a 4th starter like an Odorizzi who could slot up into the 2 hole, and then Pineda gets pushed down as well.
Matt, do you agree, or is there benefit in grabbing that type of a pitcher? And yeah, I don't know who that is. Maybe that's Corey Kluber this year. Maybe it's someone else. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the Twins signing some sort of kind of low risk, high upside 5th starter, like a Kluber. I don't know if Bailey's the name that I want, but yeah, I think I know I've written pieces and been a little bit vocal on Twitter about my not a total believer, a Dobnak-nator. What'd you say, Nash? A Dobinator? Yeah, I'm not totally a believer in it. But yeah, so I think I'd rather go with somebody a little bit low risk, high upside, and if it doesn't pan out, then a guy like Randy Dobnak can slide in.
All right, I think the question here for you, Dave, then becomes, and it's a question we talked about throughout the summer, how much do we believe in Randy Dobnak? Is it the guy we saw dominate the first 6 or 7 weeks of the season, or the guy who struggled to find his command in the second half? And how does that affect? You've got Maeda, Pineda, and Berrios. We assume they'll add one more. Where does Randy Dobnak fit in your plans?
I'm personally not a big believer in Randy Dobnak, the pitcher. I love Randy Dobnak, the guy, the person. He's so easy to root for, and I want him to succeed. But personally, I just don't see it. I think they've got to add a couple veterans, even if they are the Homer Bailey level veterans, because last year showed and 2 years ago, you can never have too much depth.
I think we can all agree with that. All right, we're back to you, Dave. Your category.
Let's go big. World Series memories for 500. Let's start digging out this hole.
All right. So yeah, we need some positives here. So let's get to the tough questions. He threw the ball to Kent Herbeck, who then tagged Ron Gant out in caps for all our friends in Atlanta watching, as Gant was falling over first base.
Man, the crazy thing is I'm old enough. I was at that game, and I've recently rewatched this as well. Man. I'm going to say Brian Harper.
We're going to go close up here to see who's struggling with this question.
Yeah, I'm going to say who is Brian Harper.
All right, and let's go here to the answer of that is incorrect. Matt Nash, any thoughts on this one?
I don't. I'm sorry.
All right, how about Matt?
I have a couple thoughts, but not confident enough to get deeper in this hole.
Can I take a free guess?
No.
Well, I mean, just for fun.
Oh, who? I'm sorry. Was that Dave?
Just for fun, since everybody else already passed.
All right, yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Was it Scott Erickson?
It was not.
Okay.
Erickson started, I believe, game 3, 4? I don't remember now. Who started 2?
Maybe Tapani. I don't know.
2 and 5. Because Kevin Tapani was the one who, Kent Herbeck at the Twins Daily Winter Meltdown this last January said, you know why that played worked? It's because Kevin Tapani wasn't backing up home, and for some reason he was standing between third and home where the ball went, and that's where he ended up. Now, we're going to give some credit. Cody got the answer right.
Good job, Cody.
Yeah, well done, Cody. And John tells us he works in Atlanta right now. People don't understand basic physics momentum, which is to say Ron Gantt's law of motion. As a base runner in motion stays in motion regardless of intent. So I don't know how much more goes to this stream of thought here, but thank you, John, for that. All right, let's go back here, and we are back to Nash. And the board's getting in, but we got some big numbers still.
All right, how about back to high school for 200, Seth?
All right, another 200, and we're going to say that this J. Sarah Catholic High School in California alum starred for Team USA before being the top pick in the 2017 draft.
Who is Royce Lewis, superstar, future superstar, Seth?
Royce Lewis, future superstar. That is correct for 200, and Nash jumps to 4 digits. And we got a few answers. Levi got that one right. Cody got it right. Jibo got it right. Oh, here we go. 2025 MVP, which I believe is the same as Royce Lewis. I believe that. And then we got the correct spelling of Lewis. So, all right, we're going to ask who did I ask? Oh, okay, so the first question here is 2021 the year we're going to see Royce Lewis, and we'll start with Nash, since that was your question.
Yeah, I think we will eventually. I mean, I think it does depend on what they do with that shortstop position this offseason. If they do end up pushing Polanco to utility role, as always, depends on injuries. But I think right now we know is they don't feel like he's ready to jump into an everyday role. But I do think at some point we'll see him this summer. And that's going to be exciting because we might see Kirilloff, Larnach, and Lewis all come up this year, which would be really cool.
Dave, I want your thoughts on that because we keep hearing about, having a Marwin Gonzalez type of a replacement. And again, not that Lewis is ready right at the beginning of 2021, but we know he went to the Arizona Fall League to do just that role. So how do you play the Royce Lewis situation over the next 2 seasons?
If it was up to me, I think I would have already called him up to see what we've got. I think that he could have found a role on the team, and I think that without having a minor league season in 2020, it'll be a while, if not until next season, that we see Lewis. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and you guys can disagree with me, but it seems like the Twins always slow play their prospects. They don't bring guys up until they're 100% sure that they're ready. So I'm not sure that we'll see him this summer.
Matt, feel free to add to that your thoughts on the comment of slow playing prospects. I have an opinion on that, but I will get yours first.
Yeah, I would mostly tend to agree with Dave. Obviously, I think Jeffers is an exception to that rule, but it has kind of always felt like we hear about these prospects for so long with the Twins. When I was growing up, or younger at least, Kyle Gibson kind of comes to mind. It's like I felt like I heard about Kyle Gibson forever before he actually finally came here and stayed. But yeah, in terms of Royce Lewis, like Nash said, I don't see him being an opening day player at all. I think it's probably going to take an injury to an infielder to get him up here, and then if he sticks, great. But yeah, I don't see a total role for him this year on the team. So maybe 2022 is more realistic.
Now, John does agree with Dave 100%, and he references also how long do we wait for them to come up. See Tatis, Juan Soto, they were all called up early. Now, it does seem a little bit different. Lewis is more of a middle infield, middle type of a position player where defense is going to matter. I don't think they slow play hitting prospects. Oswaldo Arcia was called up early. They called up Kirilloff just this last year and put him into a tough situation. I think 2020 was a weird year. But I also think that having missed the whole year, Lewis probably starts this year. Maybe Larnach starts this year, 2021, at AA. Gets a few games in there and then move him up to AAA fairly quick. And I think this front office is more than willing to move guys up a lot more quickly. So, yeah, Ron mentions Polanco was not brought up real slowly. Always positive. Cody says, unfortunately, Donaldson will get hurt. And, of course, that's where the Twins may need to go get someone. So let's continue with the game, and I'll try to remember whose turn it is. And I believe it's Matt's turn now.
Oh, all right. Let's see here. Let's go 2020 Twins for 500.
Great. That'll almost get you out of the hole.
Or get me a lot further away.
He posted a 2.77 ERA and a 0.89 whip in a team-leading 26 games pitched.
Gosh, I really feel like I should know this.
I know there's a few people in the comments who are thinking that you should know this.
Yeah, I know.
I almost play the Alex Trebek, except for the version that also taunts people.
I want to go Tyler Clip. Who is Tyler Clippard? Oh, thank
Nice. And he's up to negative 200. Did we get anyone? No, we had a lot of guesses. We had 5 or 6 guesses in the comment. None of them were Tyler Clippard, but fortunately for Matt Lenz, he guessed Tyler Clippard. Ron, I don't know. Did you get that pick in before?
There you go, Ron.
Pick? I don't know. All right, let's continue. Let me get the right screen here. And I think that's a topic we can talk about a little bit as well. But, will the Twins, they let Whistler go. They let May go as a free agent. Romo's gone. Clippard's gone. They got some work in that bullpen, but that's probably a much bigger discussion. So let's get back to Dave. Let him pick the next topic.
Sure, I'll continue pretending I know anything about the World Series for 400.
I feel like, Dave, you need to branch out a little bit here. All right, Dave, for 400, who did Gene Larkin pinch hit for in the bottom of the 10th inning of Game 7 of the 1991 World Series?
Boy. You guys know this one? Be honest.
I do.
You do? Would you have known it if you didn't write the question?
Yes.
Really? That's awesome.
So honestly, let's continue.
Yeah. Boy. Had to be someone probably toward the bottom of the order. So how about my guy Brian Harper? I'll guess him for a second time tonight.
That is incorrect. Do we have any other guesses? Matt, Nash?
No.
Cody got it right?
Yeah, he's almost earned himself a spot on the next Jeopardy game.
Yeah, he needs to be on here. I'm a disgrace.
You're all good. All right, I will show the answer here, and that is Jarvis Brown. And it's funny, I'll tell you, during the Winter Caravan, Dan Gladden brought a group up to Warroad one night for an evening show, and afterwards we went to the local establishment, and we were just sitting around at the table with about 4 or 5 of us, and he started asking Twins trivia questions, like who are the 7 players that were in both 87 and 91, and brought those up, and he goes, I'm going to stump you on this one, and he said, who did Gene Larkin pinch hit for when he won the game in that 10th inning? And I looked at him and I was like, that was Jarvis Brown, wasn't it? And he's like, holy cow. I should have bet some money on that. But if you remember, previous to that, he had actually pinch run for Chili Davis. And as you recall, Dan Gladden had the double to lead off the inning and somehow got to third. He got bunted over to third. And then they walked a couple of guys to load the bases, including, Puckett ahead of there. And then Jarvis Brown's spot came up and Gene Larkin pinch hit for him. So, and again, of course, Cody got it right.
Nice.
He's the master.
And don't feel bad, Dave. I'm just going to throw this out there, and I hope John.
Terrible, just terrible.
But John acknowledges that he's at minus 1,500, so don't feel bad.
John's here for me. I get it.
All right. So now we are back to Nash, who is the one in positive range right now. But again, there's still some big numbers out there.
Matt's getting there.
How about back to high school for 300, Seth?
All right. This diminutive Twins outfielder went to Lexington Catholic High School in Kentucky before being a Twins first-round pick.
Who is Kirby Puckett?
Nash is incorrect.
Oh.
Dave,
Yeah. Oh,
Dave.
yeah. Who is Ben Revere?
There we go. Who is Ben Revere?
Nice.
I needed those.
So we got to make sure.
points.
Before I do anything else, we're going to get Dave back up to negative 1,000. Didn't want to miss that. All right, let's give credit quick here. Cody had Revere.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Had Benny the Jet. Maybe I threw people out with, or threw people off with the word diminutive. Someone in a previous one guessed Brent Rooker, and I said, yeah, I don't think he's too diminutive. That's a big man. So where are we at? That was Nash. So let's get to Matt.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have that question. I'm a math teacher. Diminutive, don't know. Let's see. I think there was a 2020 Twins.
Sorry. Let me get you the board. Sorry about that.
You're good. Let's go to that 2020 Twins for 200.
All right, closing up the category. His second place finish in the Cy Young voting is the highest by a Twins pitcher since Johan Santana in 2006.
Who is Kenta Maeda?
That is correct. So my $200 ones aren't too terribly tough either. We're going to give you the 200, get you back to zero, and a few. We got a few. Levi got it right. Cody got it right. So. Again, real quickly, I want to bring back before we finish out here. We've got about 8 or 9 more questions left. Going to bring back the group here. Just want to remind everyone that's watching, again, my name's Seth Stoes of Twins Daily, joined by Dave Overland from WJON in St. Cloud. Be sure to listen to him online, or if you're in St. Cloud, on the radio. And then Matt Lenz, Twins Daily writer. Josh Walker's our incumbent champion. He's the guy we're all trying to beat. Or not, I guess I'm not, but others are trying to beat. So, again, thank you for listening. We got about 7 questions remaining. It still could turn on these last questions, so we'll find out what's going on. Again, if you're in the comments or on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, feel free to participate in the comments. I think it's been a lot of fun so far. And let's continue. Now I got to remember who I believe we're back to Dave.
Yeah, I'll do back to high school for 500, please.
All right. Pitched for famed Moeller High School in Cincinnati, then at The Ohio State, before being the Twins' top pick in 2010.
Who's Kyle Gibson?
That is incorrect. Any other guesses? Nash, Matt?
Nash probably knows it.
Is this the pitcher who recently got cut and tweeted out? Do you remember that?
I am not going to answer that at all unless you say you're going to answer or not answer.
I'm not going to answer. I was just putting that out there. I'm not confident,
Okay.
but I think that's.
Well, let's give Matt a chance here. Matt, are you going to try to answer?
I'm not.
All right. So in the comments, we've got a few that have answered Kyle Gibson, which was also not correct. But we also have the guy that Nash is referring to in Alex Meyer, but that is not correct. So we're first going to give Cody the answer, Alex Wimmers. But we'll
That's tough.
Let's see. We'll give Chang Kai. Got that one correct. So did Nick. Thank you for participating. Kyle Gibson was the top pick of the Twins in 2009 out of the University of Missouri. So I don't know if that's SEC, I think now, but
Mizzou Rasa.
Oh yeah, I suppose I should have.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that, Nash.
Yes, it just means more.
All right, let's go to Nash.
All right, how about before and after for 400?
All right. He got the final out of Scott Erickson's no-hitter, and he was the Twins' top draft pick in 2013.
Oh, gosh. Oh. Mizzou Rajan. Oh, God.
I need some music, or I should start whistling or something.
I don't know.
You're not? No?
No.
All right, so we'll take the points from Nash. Any answers, Dave or Matt? Anyone want to call in on that one?
Nope.
All right, let's ask this. Any of you aware or know who the second part of that is? The 2013 top draft pick.
That's not. Oh, yeah. Cole Stewart.
So does anyone remember who caught the final out? Dave, you might be, again, you and I are the only ones old enough to remember that last out unless you watched it on YouTube.
Last name is Cole?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Big spectacles, always wore them, had some great baseball cards, played for the Cardinals for a little while.
Drawing a blank.
Who is Alex
Oh.
Cole Stewart?
Dude, I was thinking of a catcher for some reason.
Yeah, I was wondering if I needed to put that differently, but yeah, it was that pop-up between left field and Pat Mears was running out. They almost collided, and it was that Saturday morning game in 1994. So
Alex Cole did have the best baseball cards. You're right.
with his Cardinals baseball cards were fantastic. All right, who we got? We got Matt up for we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions to go.
All right,
Well,
let's
Matt,
go.
you're in
Number for 200.
I have the numbers for 200. Roy Smalley, Michael Kadire, Eduardo Escobar, Rocco Baldelli.
What number was Kadire? What is number 5?
What is 5? And of course,
I'm slipping.
Lead's getting close. Levi got that one. Cody got that one. And Cody also reminded, oops, sorry about that. John reminded us of Fogo Power. Haven't heard that for a while. 244 got it correct. Nick got it correct. John got it correct in English and in Spanish with Cinco. And Tyler got that one correct. So, again, great job by our audience. And we got to give Matt his points. 200. We got a close game as Nash at 400, Matt at 200, and I think Dave's having a good time. We sure hope Dave's having a good time and will let me be on his show occasionally ever again.
I was having a good time till we started.
Good. Well, hopefully those of you listening are having a good time. We're down to the final 4 questions. And just for fun and because it's your turn, Dave, why don't you pick the category?
Sure, my score looks exactly like my credit score. Let's do back to high school for 400.
Back to high school for 400. Oh, this is the tough one, too. All right, this Joe Academy grad had a football scholarship to play running back at Purdue before signing as the Twins' second-round pick, and I'll add in 2006.
Man.
I thought I had edited this and put the in 2006 in there, so that isn't too bad.
I have absolutely no idea. How about Denard Span? Who is Denard Span?
That is incorrect. Matt Nash?
No clue.
Yeah, nothing.
No? All right. Anyone in the comments section? If you remember, they took 2 high school picks in 2006. The first one was slugging left or right fielder or first baseman Chris Parmalee. The second one made his major league debut with the Twins that same day as Parmalee and Liam Hendricks. And we're going to go with Joe Benson. Anyone else remember Joe Benson?
Name sounds familiar, but that's about it.
You guys are all too young.
I think he was a no batting gloves guy.
I think that is correct, actually. Yeah.
Hey, can I get points for that?
All right. We've got Dave at minus 300 now. Nash is at 400 and Matt is at 200. This game has been closer, but I still don't think you better. We're going to put you at minus 700. All right. It's a Harlem Globetrotters kind of thing. All right. 3 questions to go. Nash. Getting pretty good.
I'll go before and after for 100, Seth, please.
Before and after for 100. Longtime Twins general manager and the Twins Daily 2020 Rookie of the Year.
Terry Ryan Jeffers.
Who is Terry Ryan Jeffers? Nash adding to his lead here a little bit. Little strategy is probably going to come into this next pick. Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I'll go before and after for 500.
All right, here goes. This might be the game. Twins 1988 Rule 5 draft pick and big fella.
Oh, my goodness.
I know Dave knows this one. I think Dave knows this one.
Big fella.
Oh, yeah, we got a couple here going.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I'll answer it.
Ring in?
Yeah. Is it Gary Wayne Hadaway?
Who is Gary Wayne Hadaway?
An old guy question. Thank you.
Gary Wayne Hadaway also 2244.
Hadaway, I like that picture too.
General soreness. Let's take that out. Cody was close. He was thinking John Wayne Hadaway, but we got the Wayne Hadaway part in there. Of course, big fella. I believe he just passed away here in this last year or two. He was a clubhouse attendant for like 50 years, and people certainly loved having him around. All right, I don't know what we got going here, but Dave, would you like any specific category here?
Just give me by the numbers for 100, please.
Jimmy Hall, Greg Gagne, Denny Hawking, and Joe Mauer.
That would be number 7. At least I ended strong with a tough question that no one else would get.
Well, Nash, it looks like we're going to have to find a time that works for you.
Nash is a beast.
Dude.
To defend your 2-time now defending Jeopardy championship title. Because congratulations, with 500 points, you are the champion of this show.
That was fun. Thank you.
By the way, Nash.
Thank you.
Nash.
I'm glad I got to take advantage of the 2020 Twins side. I appreciate it. Oh, goodness, I'm in the spotlight. Thanks, guys. Seth, really nice job.
Well, thank you. So let's just kind of talk through here a little bit. Again, a lot going on with the offseason, although absolutely nothing with the Twins. I want to start with Dave. Your thoughts on one move you would like to see the Twins make before Christmas. What would be a great Christmas gift to you as a Twins fan?
My wish list is pretty small. I'm not someone that expects a lot for Christmas. So just a veteran starter, no Trevor Bauer. I'm old enough to have more realistic Christmas list. So just a veteran starter, a little bit of insurance for the big three that we have going right now, and an addition to the team. It seems like so far this offseason, it's just been a lot of subtraction. So really, I'd just be excited to get an addition to this team heading into the new year.
All right, let's go to you next, Matt. If the Twins could do one thing as a Christmas gift for you, what would that be?
I don't want them to do anything too crazy. Last year, I wrote the Night Before Christmas Twins version, and I was able to include some of the big names that hadn't signed yet. So I'm kind of hoping nothing big happens because I can include names like Trevor Bauer in this year's version of it. But yeah, I'm smart enough to realize that we're probably not going to get Trevor Bauer, but that is kind of the biggest name that I'd like to see. Otherwise, more realistically, probably let's just get Cruz locked up. I get we're a little hesitant on giving him 2 years, and I know he wants a little bit of a pay bump too, but I think that having his type of leadership, especially with a guy like Sano, who I think really could benefit or has benefited from that. So I think we should get Cruz locked up before Christmas.
All right, real quick, Matt, we got a question for you from Terry or Terrace. What is the bat on your wall?
Yeah, it's back from when I was a kid. I kind of had a phase of being a Red Sox fan. No reason why, just to piss off my dad, I guess. So it's just kind of this Red Sox bat that I just have always had since I was a kid. Would be a lot cooler if it was a Twins bat.
That works. Of course, Dave, we're just going to show your background here. He's got in St. Cloud area. That's a nice background. I got to admit, I need something. So if anyone's got any ideas besides my Christmas tree, my cabinets, my microwave, some of my dishes, that would be fantastic. So let's get back here quick. All right, Nash, I'm going to ask you the same question. You've won your second straight Twins Jeopardy. So beyond that, what would you like to see the Twins give you for Christmas?
Yeah, I'm with Matthew, Seth. Would love to see them bring Nelly back as soon as possible. I think he's Mr. Minnesota Twin now. He's the heart and soul. I think you bring him back for one more round or maybe two. Cody's doing some contract work there. I think an option for a second year would be ideal. I think we all are hoping he's back, and that's my wish list. Just get it done because it's too good of a fit, and it's too special of a fit to let go.
All right, and we'll add this. John says, Bauer brings the driveline mentality that Wes is already bringing. He also would bring about a $30 million price tag. I think we all agree that Bauer, Maeda, Pineda, Barrios is a pretty exciting starting staff. We all get that there's the Derek Felvey connection. I think I'd still be a little surprised. And again, there was an article by Cody Christie recently on Twins Daily that basically said, how much better is Trevor Bauer than Jose Barrios? And if you look at the 60-game stretch of the 2020 season, yep, Bauer's much better. If you look back at 4 or 5 previous years, Bauer had one other year with an ERA below about 4.2, whereas that's where Barrios has been every year under 4. So, I think there's a lot going on. Real quick, Dave, your thoughts on bringing back Jake Odorizzi?
Yeah, if the price is right, I don't have any problem with bringing back Jake Odorizzi, but last year wasn't good for him, and he's got a lot to prove in 2021. So I'm definitely not going to outbid a bunch of people to bring him back either.
Yeah, your thoughts, Matt. What number would you feel comfortable with, both maybe in dollars and in years?
I don't know about a number just because I forget who was like the first starter to sign. Was it with Texas? And the number was just like, you guys know what I'm talking about? It was a decent.
Smiley
getting $10 million is crazy, or $12 million.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. And so I think that's just, it's hard for me to come up with a number because I think that just really inflates the market a lot. And but yeah, I kind of what Dave said. I say take, in terms of a starter, let's take maybe a flyer on one guy. So if Odorizzi is that guy, great. But then I don't want Kluber, I don't want Bailey. Let's take one flyer and then go with something more solid after that.
All right, Nash, your thoughts on Odorizzi?
Yeah, I mentioned it a little earlier, Seth. I think I would bring him back. I think the fact that he hasn't signed yet, I know the market's moving slow, but he's mentioned before how much he likes it here. And if you can get him 3 for 36 is the number that I've seen. I'm definitely would just slot him right in. He's just a really solid guy you can put in there when he's healthy. And I know last year he wasn't, but it wasn't elbow or shoulder. You know, he had some back soreness and then he got hit by a line drive. So I'm decently confident in his health and his arm moving forward, just based on past injuries. So I would bring him back and just slot him in for the next couple of years for sure.
Yeah, as John says, 3 for 36 is a steal. I think we'd all feel pretty comfortable with that. But with that, let's call it a show. I want to thank all of you. We'll get the score back here. Nash with 500 points is our winner, and hopefully he'll be able to defend his title either next week, midweek, or the following week between the holidays. We'll see if we can get him and 2 more contestants to join us on Twins Jeopardy. So, again, I want to say thank you to Dave Overland. Be sure to check him out at wjon.com, or if you're in the St. Cloud area, tune in to hang up and listen weekdays. I want to say what time, Dave?
1 to 2. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining. I appreciate everything you've done in supporting Twins Daily and supporting myself and everyone involved. So thank you for doing this. Matt Lenz, thank you so much for doing this tonight. We had a little bit of a request to be on here, and Matt was the winner. So, Matt, thanks to you, and happy holidays to you and your family. Thanks for doing this.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Nash, we'll figure out a time. Thanks again. And
first time, we'll be back on some post-game pints too.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can get going. And with that, I want to thank everyone who listened, participated in the comments, left comments. Let us know how you did. Go to twinsdaily.com, and in the comments or in the forum, let us know how you did. Was this too tough? Was it too easy? How did you feel about it? And please feel free to tell your friends and family. The last 2 weeks, we've had Twin Spotlight episodes with both Sawyer Gibson Long and Adam Bray, a Minnesota native, Eden Prairie, who pitched in AAA as recently as 2019 for the Twins. So kind of a fun story there. And I think we've got another Twin Spotlight coming yet this week. So with that, whether you're watching or listening on Twins Daily Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, this will also be available on the Twins Daily podcast momentarily. But thank you all for listening. Have yourselves a great night. Happy holidays to y'all. Thanks again, and go Twins.
Thanks, Seth.
Thank you, Seth.